something is pushing her. Maybe she gets a lot of likes. I keep in my recommendation box. And this time, she did something on TT Branch, and now she's doing another a video on some Playboy model, I guess, with a white man once again. And obviously, I don't have to watch the video to know that maybe she was either murdered or committed suicide or something happened where she's no longer alive. So I still have to say that I did a video a few months ago about they are rebellious. And what I'm noticing is that the more Black women try to call out their hypocrisy and trying to just pull out age-old articles of Black women who might have been killed by Black men, Black women who might have been killed by white men, or Black women who where the relationships just didn't work out. You cannot tell them. They already know the stats that exist with Black women and Black girls. They are well aware. But I feel like they get a lot of money off of this too, other than them just trying to keep Black women in the bucket. I know they want to keep Black women in a sunken ship, but I also think that it's about money as well. These ladies get paid a lot of money off of exploiting these dead women. Okay. But other than that, I just want to say that it's up to people if they want to keep going up against these women, but they're like demons. Okay, they're not getting tired of what they're doing because they just get this fuel to keep going. Okay, this lady has put up this video just yesterday, and it's already gotten 17,000 views. That video about TT Branch, the first time I saw it, it had 20-something thousand views. That's when I saw the recommendations because I don't click on these videos. 5 days later, I kid you not, it had over 300,000 views. I think it had over 300,000 views. I know it's well over 250,000. This lady is getting paid some good money off of exploiting dead Black women. Okay? And trying to call them out for their hypocrisy. I get it. But the only people that you're trying to convince that these women are being hypocrites are other Black women. And I'm sorry, I said this before, and I know people are disagreeing with me. In 2018, if Black women can't see by now, and a lot of Black women are waking up, and those are Black women who have awakened. To be honest with you, they've gone on with their lives. Okay. They're not going to sit here and fight with these ladies. Let these ladies talk to themselves. The Black women who want to keep getting in there and listening to this stuff, then you can't stop them. You cannot cross their wheel, and that's the big problem, to try to cross somebody's wheel. You can't do nothing about that. Okay, so now when certain people try to call these ladies out for their hypocrisy, yeah, they might get views, but not as much. It just seems like, because the only attention you're trying to get is that of Black women, okay? And like I said, in 2000, let me tell you something, a lot of people have come around. I said this before. Even though these ladies are getting hundreds of thousands of views, people have come around before. Mainstream media has exposed the stats and the issues that surround Black women. Okay, I've even seen on ABC talking about the problems with Black women trying to date within their own race, and the numbers they're up against, that the numbers are just not there for them. I even heard Oprah say it some time ago, but she's not going to keep repeating herself. She's a billionaire. She ain't got time for that. Okay. She wouldn't be where she is if she had time to be trying to convince people of the stats. Open your eyes, and if they're asleep, then just let them sleep until they wake up. And this is, like I said, this will be my last time saying this, because this is not the main things I like to talk about. You've seen my other videos talking about the ego and more spiritual stuff, and that's the type of stuff I like to talk on. That's the stuff that more interests me, and also because I'm not really trying to save anybody. I just share my experience. When I talk about ego and spiritual stuff, I share my experience. I'm not trying to go out my way to try to reach anybody, and that's why I am calm, and I don't feel like I sacrifice anything. But constantly trying to call these ladies out for their hypocrisy, they know they're hypocrites. They're getting good money off of exploiting Black women. They get pats on the heads from Black men. They get people to give them money in their super chats. Okay, and yeah, it could be possible, but that they're trying to, that they're trying to hold Black women back. I think it's just a innate hatred that they have for each other. Some of these ladies, when I first seen them make videos, they weren't talking like they are now. They used to actually understand the position that a lot of black women were in. But as their popularity grew, they changed the way they spoke. And that's why I don't think this is all about them not wanting black women to escape. I think this is about some other kind of agenda, because some of these ladies, I watched their channels before and they weren't talking like this. Okay, maybe they might not have been interested themselves in interracial dating, but they always understood black women's position for having to, leave outside of her race. But now all of a sudden, once the popularity grew, once the money started pouring in, and once black men started patting them on the head, then their narrative started changing. So I don't believe for a second that they care that much about black men or the black community. If they cared about black community, they would do something about children drinking lead and kids in these inner cities getting shot. If they cared that much, and they don't. They're sick. They're zombies. But I say that to say that they're not going to stop. And I'm not going to try to convince anybody to stop trying to call them out. They can do that as much as they want to. But the only people that seems that both sides, the ones that call these ladies out for the hypocrisy, and then the ladies who are the actual hypocrites, it looks like both sides are trying to get to black women. Okay. And in 2018, oh yeah, I meant to finish my thought. So although these ladies get hundreds of thousands of views, ABC has exposed the stats that black women are up against when it comes to dating, and the CDC has exposed domestic violence. The Gun Memorial has exposed domestic violence. And I know Successful Ladies Live talked about that a couple of times. But I mean, black women, a lot of them are just not interested in hearing what's happening to them. And if they want to remain in denial, just give them time to wake up. But to constantly trying to go after these women, it's burnout. And I'm not burnt out because I'm not the one going up against anybody, but it's probably time to let these women, let nature take its course with these women, because they're not going to shut up. They're getting too much support. They're getting too much money. And the ones who trying to call these ladies out ain't getting nothing. They might get some nice comments in the comment section and some likes, but other than that, they're not getting anything else. Okay, one group gets money, the other one don't get anything. And that's it. Yeah. And so, and Ralph Richard Banks, how many people are aware of him? Okay. Like I said, the CDC. Who else? It's been so many people that have made video after video, have done blogs, and just exposed the what black women really go through. And so that's why I say it's not true that nobody's talking about it. The problem is just not enough black women right now care. Even though you have some that's waking up, it's just not enough they actually care. Because when you put together all the views of ABC, NBC, Ralph Richard Banks, and all of his interviews, and all of the other ladies that have tried to speak about this, it's enough to reach millions of black women. Okay, it's enough to reach millions of black women, but it's going to be in their time when they want to see if they want to make any change at all. Okay, it's going to be in their time. But yeah, I just encourage. I said to say, just maintain your sanity. This lady has put up another video about some other black woman that's been killed. She is not going to stop. Okay, she won't stop. These ladies will not stop, and it's like. It seems like the more you try to call them out, the more they keep going. It's like it gives them the fuel. Calling these ladies out on their hypocrisy seems like it's giving them fuel to keep on being hypocrites. It's like calling these ladies out is the same as calling Tommy Sotomayor out. Has Tommy Sotomayor slowed down? All these people continue to make videos about Tommy Sotomayor, but you saw how he just got worse and worse and worse. And it seems like this is what's happening with these ladies. The more you try to tell them that they're hypocrites for what they're doing and that fake outrage, they're not outraged at all. Okay, it's the more you try to call them out on it. Get them to stop and try to get them to stop lying to black women, because black women is the only audience that either side is looking for. It's like the more they keep going, So unless you're gonna try to find some kind of way to subdue these ladies, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna get somebody to ambush them. They will not stop. They're getting worse. They won't stop what they're doing. And with that said, I don't know if you want to, get a gang on them and then shut their mouth for good. That's the only way you're going to make them be quiet. That might be against the law. Be careful not to get arrested. But making videos going against these ladies, it's making them get worse. It's like they're so rebellious. And I'm gonna say this. That's gonna be the most unpopular thing right there. Women like that makes me understand why a lot of black men feel the way they feel. Women like that make me understand why a lot of black men feel the way they feel, because really black men they hate those kind of women. Those are the kind of women that black men hate, because those are the kind of women that don't want to challenge black men, and those women are the reason why black men are losers. Okay, because they don't want to hold black men to a higher standard, and they are the reason black men are losers. And they are the reasons why black men hate black women. Okay, but anyway, like I said, I'm in this like this. I know I'll get a lot of people to disagree, but maintain your sanity. I mean, you guys can keep wanting to call these ladies out, but they are getting worse. It's like they see you and they know they're hypocrites and they see that you're concerned, but it's making them worse because it's almost like they're demonic, okay? And it's fueling their hatred, and it's fueling this unhealthy thing that's going on with them, okay? And it's making them want to poison more people. But anyway, with that being said, I will talk to you later.